Hello and welcome to North 100 Showdown, a Canadian Highlander throwdown. My name is Serge, and joining me today, we have a very special guest. We have Alex from the Spike Feeders. Hello, friend.
How you doing today, Serge?
I'm doing great. Now, you are a CDH guy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Oh, the big league.
Yeah, the band list is gone.
Okay.
It's 20 life, it's 1v1, and I am very, very excited to throw down today.
Oh, that's great. I am too. They told me that they put some power in my deck, and I immediately went, oh boy.
Oh. We got a Ben on tech. Shout out to Ben.
Hello.
A reminder that everything we do here is brought to you by you, the support of Patreon over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. If you got questions about the format, if you want to see our deck list, you want to talk about how excited you are to see more collaborations, everything down in the description and the comments below. Now we do the big turn. Doesn't that feel good?
Oh, it really does.
So welcome to our studio. And welcome to, is this your first Canadian Highlander game?
No, I've actually played quite a bit of Canadian Highlander, but it was more than 6 years ago.
Okay.
So I am completely unaware of the meta, but I am aware of the mechanics.
Yeah, welcome to Modern Horizons 3.
Oh,
so
I know that set.
Yeah, so I'm playing a Mardu Initiative deck, and the catalyst for this deck was actually the Mardu Fire Shrieker, or whatever, that just came out in the last set. It's the Mardu bird that blinks creatures over and over. Ooh. So there have been initiative decks in the past that were very like scam heavy, a lot of blinks, a lot of cheat deaths. This is more of like a fair mid-range deck. And I mean fair, it's the initiative and it's playing all the Modern Horizons 3 cards. My points, I'm running the red Mox, the white Mox, Strip Mine, 4th Aerlingus, White Plume Adventurer, and a cheeky little Reanimate.
Ooh, very good.
So what did you bring?
I brought Jeskai tokens.
Nice.
Yes, Wheeler helped me out and sent me this deck.
Oh, you got German cards, don't you?
I sure do have some German cards, and I've got some pictures of those German cards on my phone.
Nice.
This deck is just looking to go wide. It's all about play to the board, disrupt as much as possible, and just get through on value, because it turns out you can only block a certain number, and I'm hoping to be certain number plus one.
Yeah, this is scary. This is actually a really weird matchup for the initiative.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to seize that from you.
Sure.
And I'm going to get some help with that from my points, which are Mox, 4th LRRMTG, White Plume Adventurer, Ancient Tomb, and Urza's Saga.
Very similar points, the difference being the lands. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
All right, I won the die roll for our very excited stats people. And speaking of Modern Horizons 3, Verdant Catacombs is going to go into a Badlands, and I've got the turn 1 Ragavan.
Ooh.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Ooh. That'll do.
All right, I'll pass to you while I'm pitching here.
All righty, I will draw.
That's such a rude welcome.
A little bit, but it's okay. I think I can be rude right back.
All right.
We're going to do Steam Vents for Pain.
Yep.
Go to 18. We'll cast Mox Pearl. Any response?
Yeah, you got a Mox.
All right, we're going to go.
How does that feel?
Oh, it feels fantastic. Literally, the first 7 I drew, saw the Mox, said, I'm going to play this Arabella on turn 1.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a haunted doll.
This is literally the last card of my deck.
Wow.
Was the Badlands. Like, literal actual. So that's a 1/3?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It also says whenever it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and I gain that much life, where X is the number of creatures I control with power 2 or less.
Okay. You a cutter? You don't have to worry about it. All right.
No.
Untap. Draw for the turn.
If you want to cheat, you're allowed to. This is between friends.
Not a cheat, but pretty cheeky. I got a Caracas.
Okay.
Sorry, EDH players. I'm going to return this legend to your hand. I'm going to attack with the monkey.
And that's not points?
No, yeah. So I'm going to hit you for 2.
Yep,
I'm going to exile the top card of your library.
You hit a Raise the Alarm.
Oh. I'm going to make a treasure, and that is going to stay in exile.
Okay.
Pass to you.
Sounds good. We're going to untap, upkeep, draw. We'll play a Meticulous Archive.
Oh, surveil land.
We're going to surveil. We will leave that on top.
Ooh. Now, do you consider that a good surveil or a wasted surveil?
I consider that a good surveil because it told me what's coming, so I can prepare for it.
Sure.
And so we'll go 1, 2 for Voice of Victory.
This is the new card. It's a 1/3 with Mobilize?
That's right.
Always the 1/3s.
And you can't cast spells on my turn.
Noted.
We'll pass.
All right. Untap. Draw for the... Oh, what a draw!
That good, eh?
What a draw! I'm so sorry.
I don't think you are.
I'm going to play an Urborg.
Uh-huh.
I drew my own Mox. Mox Ruby.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to do a bit of a cheat here.
Okay.
Instead of the Urborg, I'm actually going to play a Bloodstained Mire.
Wow.
And this is important here.
Okay.
So we're going to go down to 18.
Yep.
We're going to fetch for a white source.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab a, whatever the red-white duo is called.
Plateau?
Yeah. This is,
I'm honestly really surprised I remembered a card name.
oh, I'm so bad at that.
See, that's why they've got those fancy, like, digital things that you just click on. Card pops up. You don't have to worry about it.
All right. So we got the Plateau. Oh, drive that Mox.
Just booted it into booter drive, eh?
All right. So check this out. I'm going to cast a Flage.
Oh.
Titan of Fire's Fury. And then I'm going to deal 3 damage to your creature. I'm going to gain 3 life.
Yep.
And then with the second ability on the stack,
Yep.
I'm going to tap Krakus to return it to my hand.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch.
Now, I could have done something like that with the treasure token as well,
Right.
but ripping the Mox,
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you for 2.
I'll go to 14.
I'm going to exile the top card of your deck. I'm going to make another treasure.
Caught my Urza Saga when I thought
right.
it was protected.
Now, I can't cast that. It's cast on a play, so it's going to stay in exile. I'm going to pass to you.
Sounds good. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw.
Serge, we want Alex to continue playing our format.
I know. I'm feeling bad about it enough, all right? I'm dying inside.
That's all right. I used to play at a very aggressive LGS when I was a kid, so I got used to having to keep up with just getting beaten. That's probably good there. We're going to play Windswept Heath as our land for turn.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and sacrifice that, go to 13,
Yep.
and go tutor it.
Yeah, this is a pretty unreal start for me.
Yeah, I would say you're doing really well. I'm going to grab this Tundra off of my Windswept Heath, which is legal. Yes, it is. Good.
All right, it happens more than you think.
Listen, I've played with both Elliot and Jim, and let me tell you, colors are not their strong suits.
Amazing.
Yeah, one from the sense of he can't have that many lands, and the other from the sense of what's the colors.
Sure.
So if you'd like to cut, you're more than welcome to. I'm a notorious cheater. But for right now...
I mean, if you can come back from this, my man, no.
Yeah, I would say, if I can, I'm going to be impressed as well. But what I'm going to do is, first, we're going to go 1 and X equals 1 for March of Otherworldly Light.
I was expecting, yeah. All right. So this bounces, what does it do?
What it does is it exiles target Ragavan
Yep.
for mana value 1 or less.
Just exile, eh?
Exile.
All right, goodbye, monkey.
Goodbye.
You know what? I got a lot of value of that monkey.
Yeah. I mean, nothing like a main phase instant, but we also want to play an unlicensed hearse. And then we'll pass the turn.
Taxing the old graveyard a little bit. All right, draw for the turn.
Well, you told me at the beginning you were playing Reanimate, so I kind of want to take care of that.
No, valuable. All right, that Urborg that you knew about is coming down. 4 mana. It's time to introduce the initiative. Seasoned Dungeoneer is here.
Right on.
So we have the initiative, and then I'm going to go search for a basic, and that basic is going to be a Plains. And I'm going to pass to you. Are you familiar with this card?
Yeah, I think so. Is this the one that untaps, or is that the other one?
That's the other one. That's White Plume. This is the one that whenever it attacks, it gets protection from creatures,
Oh, that's gross.
which does a very good job of basically taking the initiative back.
And explores. That's
And it
way
explores.
too much.
It just kind of keeps going. And this is a card I've misplayed before. They're like, Serge, you forgot the Explorer.
Yeah.
Surge, Surge.
Surge. At the end of your turn, I will go ahead and exile your 2 cards there, just so we can catch up with out of order sequencing. But what we're going to do next is, and it gains protection when it attacks.
Yeah. So it's not even when it attacks. Whenever you attack, target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard, the party mechanic,
Right.
gains protection from creatures.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it can stay back, but it relies on the creature types of the other creatures.
That makes sense. I'm going to pay 2 to once again put out Arabella, Abandoned Doll, and we're going to cast Get Lost, targeting Seasoned Dungeoneer.
What's the crew for the vehicle?
2, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm still just shuffling here for no reason. Well, it's lost. So I'm going to make 2 map tokens for myself here. And then end step, I'm going to bounce your Arabella back to your hand.
There we go.
All right. Untapped. So I'm untapping with the initiative. This time I don't have a creature. So normally you go through the forge, so then you could trap somebody.
Right.
I think this time I might be going to the Lost Well here. I'm I know. And I'm going to scry 2.
Were they gooders?
They're gooders.
Oh.
I think they're gooders. I'm going to leave one on top. I'm actually going to bottom the other one.
Okay.
Draw for the turn. I'm going to play that Plains that you know about.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I can't think of anything witty. I'm just going to cast Fourth Aerlingus.
X equals?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to do X equals 6.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to make 6 2/2 red human knight creature tokens with trample and haste.
Now, if I'm doing the math right, I think that puts me to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
So I'm going to introduce the monarchy.
Yep.
I'm going to...
As an American, could you explain that one to me?
So the monarchy, at the end of the turn, whoever the monarch is, you get to draw a card.
Oh, okay.
And then with combat damage, you pass it back. And the important part is all of your currency needs to have the monarch on it as well.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. That's one of the favorite parts. I don't have the token for this, so I'm just going to represent it with this for now. This chicken jockey. Chicken jockey, man.
Alrighty,
I'm going to pass to you, draw off the monarchy at the end step.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's go to game 2.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to worry too much about searching for a token at this point.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, that was a really good rollout for you.
it was very explosive, and I think that was an unusually powerful hand. I mean, the turn 1 monkey just kind of worked really well with the way that my removal lined up.
Yep.
Didn't give you a ton of room for interaction, especially with like so much of your board being legendary based. It just really removed the tempo of that Mox.
The other creature I had in my hand was Anilpacum.
Another legend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sat there like, okay, maybe I just make him pay. Hopefully we can, keep things in line, but we just couldn't. So
Yeah.
maybe holding on to March of Otherworldly Mist for an extra turn and exiling Packham as a result of that, maybe we could have helped keep some of that Fourth LRRMTG tokens down, but I don't think that was a play that I could have had in my head.
No, I mean, at that point, you don't know. I mean, that's what the scry was finding fourth off the top.
Gotcha.
And yeah, no, it's tough. You look at games like that, and you're like, my opponent just popped off and curved out perfectly and just happened to have all the right answers at the right time. But like, you having to get lost was big.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think I was completely out of that game. I think if a couple different draws go a different way.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You rip a Wasteland, the Krakus goes away.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what was in my head, too. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. See if we can get some good 7s here. Or anything. All right, I'll be honest, this is a keeper, but it's not as explosive as the previous game.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
We're going to ship.
Oh, no? All right. Now, I would like you to feel a little bit more confident. I'm not, yeah, well, we'll see if we draw stuff. So
yeah.
Have a bit of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, turn 1 monkey is not the greatest showing for the format.
Yeah.
But when you were playing, where were you doing, like, what were you playing?
So what I used to play was something called medium red and medium green.
Oh, yeah!
So we're talking like pre-pandemic.
Sure.
And I had some friends that were just really excited about Canadian Highlander. It was, just sort of a thing in Winnipeg that had sort of had a presence at a couple of the LGSs. And it was one of those things that my judge friends were like, you got to check this out. It's so much fun. And I'm like, okay. And I played it a bit and I was like, oh, wow, this is like if, Commander, ended. And so, yeah, that was kind of nice. And that was even before I started getting into CDH.
Sure.
Yeah. It was a good time.
And then the pandemic happened, and you live in a city where there's not an active community.
Exactly.
It seems to be the most common complaint was like, I love this format, I want to play this format, I don't know anybody who plays.
Right. And obviously a huge piece of the access, right, is whether you've got a LGS that's going to let you come in and play
for sure.
with some of the power that you might not have, right?
Yeah, I mean, in Victoria, we're lucky, and this is obviously a house rule, every LGS is different.
Yeah.
They allow up to 10 proxies.
Right.
And one of my favorite things on that is we have, people who've been playing this format forever. And sometimes it's not that they're proxying like duels or power, which you're welcome to. It'll be like, I can't find like an Urza's Bauble or something, right? Some of these weird like 25-cent commons you just can't find anywhere because it's not that hard to go into a store and find Rav duels. But sometimes you're like, man, where's this weird dollar rare from 2002 or something,
completely integral to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep my 6 here.
There we go.
Ship one under there.
All right, good luck.
You as well. I don't draw a card. I don't draw a card. I don't draw a card. Oh, I got there. I'm pretty sure this is Inspiring Vantage, yeah?
Yes, that is the fast land.
Fast land. Okay, good. I wasn't 100% sure, but now I am.
Benjamin Wheeler, thank for you for the German loans, right?
Actually, I think this is like
Is it
Russian.
Russian?
I think that's Russian.
Yeah, either way.
If that's not Russian, let me know in the comments. Pass the turn.
All right, untap. I am going to play a land.
I believe you.
Sacred Foundry untapped. I'm at 18. Go.
Okie dokie.
Look at the things I have to do to get a fraction of your power.
That's all right. We're going to play Ancient Tomba.
Oh, we're going fast.
And I know this one's good because I've seen people melt down on Twitter about it.
Ancient Tomb.
White Adventurer.
Oh, my shtick.
So I'm going to seize the initiative.
My initiative. You might even have some tokens there.
I probably do. You're right.
Yeah, so you get to find a basic.
Oh my, there are so many
My
tokens.
whole identity.
Yeah. Oh, good. They're in alphabetical order. That's helpful. I comes after H, right?
Yeah, you're looking for the Undercity and the initiative. So I don't know if they'd be under I or U.
Neither potentially.
All right, I can lend you.
No,
there
there's
you go.
Initiative and the Undercity. Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. Can I borrow one of those die?
Of course.
Excellent. I'm going to go searching for a basic, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. On the battlefield, untapped?
No, into your hand.
Into my hand.
It's
okay.
not that broken. It's
That's
not-
way more fair. I was like, what happened last time? I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, so this is 2 of your pointed cards on turn 2.
Yeah.
Turn 2 White Plume.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
This is going to hit me so hard.
I'm going to show you this island and put it into my hand,
Island, yep.
and then I'll pass.
End step, I'm going to Swamp Cycle this Troll, which
Okay.
I believe I don't have in my deck list. I'm so sorry, Ben.
We recorded this
I know.
big episode like weeks ago.
I know, dude, in my defense, I was on vacation, all right? I was on vacation, and I only remembered as I had it in my 7 that I'm about to make my man... I'm about to make my man so sad here.
Oh, jeez. We were recording a game earlier, and we found in one of the commander decks that had apparently been a precon at one point that somebody just added a 101st card that was a copy of a card that was already in the deck.
Oh, sick, cool.
So deck list problems happen all the time.
Yeah. I got a Badlands.
Yeah.
Untap, draw for the turn. Oh, both players were shuffling at the same time. Chivo get. All right, the Badlands that you know about. Tap 2. I'm going to cast an Inti, Seneschal of the Sun.
Okay.
This card's incredible.
What's that do?
It's got so many words on it. So the main thing, for the audience's sake, whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn.
Oh, wow.
But wait, there's more. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card until your next end step.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is an engine all by itself, and it synergizes with other cards. It's shockingly incredible.
I'll say that's really, really good.
I'll pass.
Okie dokie. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw.
And you also have untapped with the initiative.
So
you
I'm
get
probably going to put 2 counters on.
Yeah, I had the green D6 ready.
Yeah. I don't know. Scry 2 really had me tempted for a moment.
That's what I did last game, and I won. You can change your mind.
I think I'll stick with that one.
Yeah, you would. No. It's a 5/5.
I'm going to play Sacred Foundry. Take 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take 2 damage off of Ancient Tomb.
I'm winning?
Yeah, you
not-
really
I
are.
am not winning.
And we'll play Schädelstrammer, which I believe is just Skull Clamp.
Yeah.
And then we'll float white.
So you do have 1 floating off that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
For Enduring Innocence.
Yeah, that resolves.
Excellent. I'd like to go to Punchies.
I'm at 13.
Okie dokie. Remind me what the second half of White Plume does?
Yeah, untaps.
Oh, okay, cool. Just
Well,
wanted to make
untaps
sure.
in my upkeep, but yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Well, we'll send you to your upkeep.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play Arena of Glory.
Ooh.
So this is a good one. I wish I had something cooler I could do with it. What do I do here? How do I not die?
Well, first suggestion would be to try and get rid of this.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to exert this.
Okay.
So I'm going to represent that by pulling it out of its sleeve.
Sounds good.
I'm going to add red to my mana pool. Red, and black. And before people get into comments, yes, I know I could split the red mana I can't. I'm going to cast a Barrel Goyf. So when this is exerted, it gains haste.
Okay.
So Barrel Goyf it's a Lurgoyf.
Right.
So it's currently a 1/2. It's got Death Touch and Lifelink.
Okay.
And now haste as well. And it's whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I mill that many cards equal to its power.
Right.
And then any creature from amongst those that's milled, I can put back into my hand.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to combat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack just with the Barrel Goyf. And I have an attack trigger from Inti.
Right.
And I'm going to discard a Basic Plains
Basic Plains.
to exile the top card of my deck.
Right.
It's Swords to Plowshare. It's not. God, I wish it was Swords to Plowshares.
You had me for a second there.
Yeah, I was like, come on! I just trying to manifest it. I was trying to will it, because then I could deal with that.
Well, if you're going to manifest it, that's face down 2/2, right?
So this is a 2/3 Death
3.
Touch Lifelink Haste coming at you.
That is going to mill 2 and let you put...
If I deal damage, I get to do that.
Okay.
So my hope is I get to race you through life, maybe?
Yeah.
Or you can block.
I think I'm actually willing to take that trade. I'll take 2, go to 12.
Now, I do steal the initiative from you.
That's okay.
Okay. So the initiative is mine.
Yep.
Chapter 1, I'm going to go find a basic. Actually, just pass that to me.
Oh, sure.
To show that I'm in control. And I'm going to go get a basic swamp that's going to chill out in my hand. Any second now. And then, actually, just let me see if there's anything else I'm going to do this turn. The answer is no. So you can start your turn.
Okie dokie. Just
There's a
to
swamp I'm
check,
getting.
Inti has this exiled forever now?
Yes, this card is gone. I can
Okay.
play it until the end of my next end step, but I've already played a land this turn.
Got it.
So.
Okay, so we're going to untap,
Yep.
upkeep, draw. We don't have the initiative. We cry. We're going to play...
Oh, crap. I missed my mill trigger, and I'm now actively shuffling right now.
That's okay. You're just going to cut when you're done and do
Just
the
put it
turn
on.
two.
Just put the ability on the stack.
Let's just put the ability on the stack.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to mill Stoneforge Mystic, and we're going to mill Bloodstained Mire. I get to return a creature from amongst it, so Stoneforge is into my hand.
Beauty. Cheat count 1.
Cheat count is actually higher than that.
Oh, no.
I discarded a Plains.
Okay.
So it's actually supposed to hit you for 1 more life total.
Oh, okay.
So you're at 11.
Boom.
I missed the 3 life off of this turn because it has lifelink. So I'm up to
Right.
16. And 1 more card in my graveyard is going to be a Cling to Dust. I got that really wrong.
Sorry, I'm a little confused what the planes had to do with it.
So this is a Goyf.
Right.
So its
Oh,
power and toughness
right.
is equal to number of
There
creature
we go.
stuff. I discarded this off the attack trigger, so
Right.
its power changed. I made the play for
Right.
that reason,
Right.
and then just forgot to do all of it.
Got it.
It's
so
only
now,
2 damage, right, Serge?
No, it's 3 because
Yeah.
it'd be a 2/3 because of a land and a plains.
Oh, and
but
then you get the
Inti put a
Inti.
+1/+1 counter on it.
Right.
So I think we got that right.
I think it's right now.
So
Yeah.
everybody in the comments furiously typing, stop, edit your posts.
it's okay now.
I think I got there. Now that Cling to Dust is in here, it's also bigger, but
Yes,
but not in a time that would have been relevant. That's the triggered ability after.
Right. Okay. We solved it. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Stop panicking. Play an island for turn.
Yeah.
Continue panicking. Pay 2 life. Go to 9.
5 mana. What are you casting?
Oh, just, train troops.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, let's create 2/2 knight creature tokens.
So this is the sorcery half of Emo Dane's Recruiter. Yeah, 5 mana adventure, create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Terrifying. And when it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. That is horrifying.
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I'm worried.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Now we're going to move to the combat step.
Yeah.
Where I attack you with Enduring Innocence and this 5/5.
So that doesn't have vigilance.
Oh, I apologize.
That has lifelink,
Yes,
though.
you are correct.
Do I just take 7? I mean, I can't preserve the initiative either way. I think Inti's more valuable than that. So I'm going to take 7 damage.
I'm going to gain 2.
I'm going to go to 9. You're going to go to 11. The initiative is now back to you, so you get to go down another chapter.
So that is going to be target Surge loses 5 life.
Very rude, but that's okay. I'm at 4.
That's it. That's all.
All right, so I need to win this turn.
I believe in you.
All right, so this is still tapped, but it's now unexerted.
Oh, I missed some triggers, so we're going to even up on the cheat.
Hey, there we go.
Whenever one or more other creatures with power 2 or less enter, draw a card.
All right.
Still good.
All right, so this is in my hand. How do I not die? I'm at 4. So I need to play a land for the turn, which is going to be this one.
Swamp. Yeah, this is a toughie.
All right, I have an interesting line here, but I don't know how this works, and you're another judge, and I can't judge for myself
Listen,
here.
I can't claim the title of judge for several years
All right.
now.
So let's say hypothetically that I have a... No, it doesn't work because I'm short on man anyways. I was going to say Jolly Balloon Man makes a 1/1.
Sure.
But if it's a copy of a LRRMTG, does it lose its static ability?
Let's find out.
Right? Would it be a 1/1, but then its power and toughness would change because that's actually a text ability in its ability?
Well, let's go through Layer 7 real quick. So
Okay.
Layer 7, as I remember it, is characteristic defining abilities. Then it's set, modify, counters, and then swap.
So are these both set abilities?
So I believe this is what we call a characteristic defining ability, if I'm remembering things correctly,
Sure.
because it's a characteristics that's defined somewhere else, right? So this isn't like numbers, it's, gobbledygook that's set by an ability on the card. So I think that's the first thing in Layer 7. Then it would be set, which is setting, so it becomes a 1/1.
So it would just be a 1/1.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Now, feel free to tell me I'm wrong in the comments, because I'm not confident.
No.
about
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. All right.
That would be a cool play, though.
Thank you. So instead, I need to take the initiative back, and I need to gain more life.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my play instead. You have 2 blockers.
I have 2 blockers.
You get to untap
Oh, I do.
a creature. You have 3 blockers.
Yes.
All right. So here's my play. Here's the best that I can do.
Question. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought this said if I have the initiative, I untap all my creatures.
If you've completed a dungeon, you
Completed
untap
a
all
dungeon,
the
there we go.
creatures. Yeah. It's just itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
This ability is actually separated from the initiative.
Okay.
It just says untap. I think it's a creature. I don't even think it's itself.
Okay.
Can you bring up White Plume Adventurer? This is what happens when Wheeler lends cards. They're not in English. See how well I remember this card?
You're correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay, I've
take
completed the
initiative. Yeah, and untap a creature you control at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. If you've completed a dungeon, untap all creatures you control instead.
go.
There we go. I remember I read something about it, but I couldn't remember what.
All right. So I'm going to pay 2 mana, and I'm going to cast a new card, the Corey Steel Cutter.
Ooh.
This card's really spicy. Then, because we've discovered that this is not going to help me in any way, I'm actually going to... Oh, God, I wish so much I had an Ephemerate in my hand right now. I'm going to evoke a Solitude,
Oh.
exiling a Jolly Balloon Man.
Yeah.
So this is going to exile your White Plume Adventurer.
Yep.
So you are going to gain 5 life.
That seems pretty good for me.
So you're going to go to 16. This is going to die now. Oh, Ephemerate, where were you? Now, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 White Monk creature token with prowess. You may equip this equipment to it.
Right.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to find that. Actually, I should find that right now. So it's going to be under White Monks. You might have one in your deck, but I'm just going to check this really quickly.
I don't think I have white monks.
Got there.
Perfect. And then it attaches and
And it
gives-
attaches as well. It's got +1/+1 haste and trample.
Okay, so you're definitely getting the initiative back.
Yeah, well, I can probably get there off of this anyways, because this is now a creature land instant with a +1/+1, and it's got trample. So if I put another +1/+1 counter on it, it'll have enough power and toughness that even if you double block, I'll take it off of you.
Exactly.
And then I can leave some creatures back. And I think I like that plan.
That makes sense to me.
Haste and trample and prowess, but I'm not. All right. So I'm going to move to attacks.
Yes, please.
I'm going to attack with a Barrow Goyf. I have a trigger.
Yes.
I'm going to discard a Wasteland to
Okay.
exile God of... Oh, no, my Black Source! I left wide open!
Disaster.
Everything is awful. Everything is awful.
Terrible.
I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on there. So this is currently a
4 or 5.
5/6.
5/6, that's so
With
much.
trample, yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right, that makes sense. So then I will go to 11 and you'll go
All
to
right.
9.
So you go to 11. I go to 9. I'm going to mill 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 creatures from amongst them that I can return to my hand. I have a Caves of Chaos Adventurer Initiative, a Giver of Runes, or a Monkey. I'm actually going to return the Giver of Runes.
Okay.
So these go to my graveyard.
Then cast Giver of Runes, I imagine.
1 second.
Oh, right.
I also have the initiative trigger right now. So I'm going to put 2+1/+1 counters on my Inti, just so I have a bit of a blocker.
Right.
Then I'm going to cast Giver of Runes.
There we go.
It's a little lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm going to pass.
Sounds good.
And then Reanimate's going to stay in exile forever.
What does that mean, Serge?
Well, I thought I was just dead.
Oh,
Yeah, with his turn, like, just popping off, I did not think I had any hope whatsoever.
I thought you meant like coming into the game. You were like, "Oh, this is
No.
gonna be competitive."
God, I can't wait to fleece these CDH guys. Yeah, man. Little do you know, we put $100 on the game. No, yeah.
What? I don't have
Yeah,
$100. No.
for each life point or whatever. No.
There you go. I'm going to play, I assume this is Marsh Flats if I'm remembering
is.
my,
Yep.
my thing. So we're going to go down 1.
Yeah, down to 10.
And we're going to go find another dual land.
All right.
I think it's probably going to be not you.
Reanimate with the Solitude in the Graveyard, brother. Man.
That would have been a backbreaker.
I mean, my life total's kind of low, but, you know.
We'll get a Volcanic Island off of that. We can't get a Volcanic Island off of that.
There you go. So maybe there's a world in which I'm actually supposed to do the Solitude after, like, wait for blockers to be declared to see if I can eat your White Plume.
Yeah.
And then with the information off of Inti, then because this has Flash, cast it at that point.
That might make sense.
And then maybe there's a chance I reveal, like I get slightly more information off it. But
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, that's kind of risky because if you... Well, no, it's not that risky because you
it's got
always had...
Death Touch, and I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm happy to trade up. And I can always, if you do block, this has Trample because of the
Right.
Inti ability. So, I don't
That's
know.
fair. So we grab a Plateau.
Yeah. That is a legal target.
Yeah. We'll go ahead, pay red, Flame Slash targeting Inti.
My +1/+1 counters. My Giver of Runes does nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Does nothing. And how big's Corey Steelcutter?
This is a 2/2.
2/2. Okay, not big enough for me to worry about, so we'll Chain Lightning the Giver.
Oh, the double removal!
The double removal.
You had 3 cards in hand, 2 of which were Flame Slash and Chain Lightning?
Yeah, they were pretty good. We're going to pay 3
Yeah, you're at
2
8.
life.
Oh my god.
for Imodane's Recruiter.
And so your whole board gets +1/+0 and haste?
That's right. So we're then going to put...
Now that's 2, so you should draw a card off of Enduring Innocence.
Thank you. That many thank yous and not another one because we're going to put the Skull Clamp on Imodane's Recruiter.
I hate this for me.
Yes, I also hate this for you because I like you as a person. But not enough not to attack you with
I'm just
everything.
dead.
Just dead?
Because, well, this is 9.
Oh, it is 9.
Yeah, and I only have 9 life.
There we
So
go.
with the double removal spell, there's no block that I have to get there. All right, we're going to game 3.
Rubber match.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a very good game.
I say that felt a lot more scrappy than the first game.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, when I don't lead with exactly that busted set that I had, I thought I was close to stabilizing.
Yeah, I thought so too. Realistically, if I hadn't had removal there, I don't really think my all-out attack there does nearly as much as I want it to, and leaves me pretty vulnerable to the crackback with at least 5, maybe even more by the time you start casting some spells and doing
The Barrow Goyf is pretty huge.
Yeah.
The Barrow Goyf is kind of a huge problem, and I think I'm always supposed to attack with it.
Yes.
Because I need to generate the card advantage.
Yeah.
I need it for the Inti. Like, you could see that my mana is pretty, like, clunky in a lot of the stuff that I'm doing there. So, yeah, I feel, I other than the horrific misplays we both did, I
Yeah.
feel that, like, as far as lines went, we probably played that pretty well.
Yeah, just to let you know, all I had left in my hand was lands. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I basically did exactly what Wheeler told me to do, which is play everything I had.
Yeah, you play it as you draw it, and it turns out it was enough.
Yeah.
You got, the big turn you crack for exactly lethal.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about how it's going to go now that I've got to be on the draw again. I feel like this deck really benefits from having that early disruption and really forcing you to try and deal with me rather than me trying to deal with you.
Yeah. You do I think your deck does pretty well, just because you have so much natural card advantage if you get your tokens out early.
That's fair.
Like, you get 2 blockers for the price of 1 card,
Right.
and that can sort of even stuff out, especially if I don't have something like Inti to force damage through with Trample.
That makes sense, yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing about 100-card Singleton is that built-in variance, right?
I say, yeah. One of the things I always loved about Canadian Highlander, and I'm once again being reminded of why I like it so much, is because most games don't feel samey.
Sure.
One of the things that really stinks for me is I like some standards, but I do not like all standards.
Right.
And so it's one of those situations where if it just feels too samey and the same thing over and over, I just don't enjoy it as much. So I really like this format for that. I'm pretty sure this is a keep. By which I mean I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I have to mull.
Okie dokie.
Because my hand's basically a 6 anyways. I've got the Metamorphosis Fanatic in hand.
Oh, yeah, I think you want that miracle, right?
Yeah, and that makes it pretty clunky already, and I'm not playing Brainstorm or anything like that. And the rest of my hand is just not that strong, so it's already a 6.
So there's got to be a better 6 in there.
Yeah, so we'll give it a go. Yeah, it was like Metamorphosis Fanatic, Grief, Saw in Half,
Oh, wow.
Lelia, Snuff Out, Land.
Yeah, that's a little awkward.
It's just like I can grief pitching something. I could actually pitch the Metamorphosis Fanatic, which is kind of funny to like strip a card, but I don't have a good way to like scam it early on.
Right.
Arena of Glory lets me start swinging with Lelia, but then I'm down a land for a turn.
Yeah.
So it just feels kind of weird. There's actually maybe another version of this deck that's supposed to be playing Ancient Tomb.
Right.
Just to let me get out a little bit faster.
Yeah, and especially trying to all in on Lelia like that really counts on me not having
one removal spell and my whole game plan just collapses.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a significantly better hand,
Good.
which I'm going to keep, and I have to put a land, a card back.
I wonder what he's going to put back.
No, I need to keep the lands, actually. I'm going to put that on the bottom.
Sounds good.
All right, good luck, Godspeed.
Likewise.
I'm going to play a Marsh Flats and say go.
Oh, and say go. Okay. I will draw a card.
Yep.
Inspiring Vantage.
Again.
One of my favorite cards of all time, Legion's Landing.
Oh, Legion's Landing. All right, and Steppy, while you're doing that, I'm going to find a black-white Surveil duel.
Good news, I found the monks.
I knew you had them. Like, the chances of your deck not playing Corey Steelcutter or like other things like that
That
are...
seems strange. I feel like Corey Steelcutter was such a house recently. I remember reading that one of the recent big events had a lot of problems with people forgetting triggers because it has so many details to it.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's also surprisingly like one of the most expensive cards from the set that just came out too, because it's with standard. You're like, yeah, we want 17 copies of this, please, right? All right, Surveil Trigger.
Was it good?
It's the card I bottomed.
Oh no!
I actually wanted it in my hand. I'm pretty happy to get it, but it's very funny. It's
crazy.
very, very funny. I have an Ajani, Nakatal Pariah. I'm going to make a 2/1 kitty, and I'm going to pass to you.
Sounds good. Gotta untap. Draw. What's the rest of Ajani say?
So Ajani is a 1/2 legendary cat warrior. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/1 cat warrior. Whenever one or more cats you control dies, you may exile Ajani, and then they come back as a planeswalker. So on the flip side, the +2 is put a +1/+1 counter on each cat you control.
Right.
0 is make another cat. If you control another red permanent, deal damage to any target based on the number of creatures you control. And then -4 is each opponent chooses an artifact, creature, enchantment, and planeswalker from amongst non-land permanents they control and sacrifices the rest.
Gotcha.
So it's like a one-sided cataclysm.
Got it. So the trigger to flip him is another cat.
Another cat. You can kill a Johnny and then leave me. That's normally the play pattern.
Okay. But it leaves the battlefield or dies?
Dies.
Dies.
Yeah. So if you exile, you can get around it. So here's a little hint. If you haven't played Highlander in a while, if it has a Modern Horizons 3 set symbol, it's a problem.
Kill it. Got it. Okay. That's very helpful. We'll play Urza's Saga.
Oh, yeah, it's a good card, too.
We'll take it
What's
up
the
to
set symbol there?
The set symbol. Oh, Modern Horizon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I wonder if there's a connection here.
Yeah.
Speaking of connection here, we're going to go ahead and swords
Oh.
Ajani. So you gain 1?
One. It's a 1/2.
Yeah, 1.
All right.
Alrighty. Let's see. Do I think you will attack more than you'll block? I don't really care. Take 1.
Yeah. You go to 21. I go to 19.
All right. Pass it off.
Untap. Draw for the turn. I'm going to Mountain Cycle and Oliphant.
Okay.
Oliphant. And I'm going to get the red-black Surveil Duel. No, I'm going to get the red-white Surveil Duel, actually.
Wait, land cycling isn't basic?
Mountain Cycling. Yeah. That's why this and Troll are so good.
I'll say, I never put that in my head.
Yeah. It doesn't say basic land cycling.
That's... Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to get the Elegant Parlor, and I'm going to play it for a Surveil trigger.
I feel like you did that earlier, and I just didn't notice. That's really good.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. Man, Wizards just printing good stuff, eh?
Yeah. What's that set symbol? No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Basically the same.
I'm going to leave that on top.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hit you for 2.
Yeah, it seems good.
Pass.
Go to 19.
I mean, it's really awkward when you have, that, but...
Draw.
Yep.
Tick up.
Yep.
Do I want to have a construct? Do I have...
You got time. You don't have to make the decision now.
I got to make it right now. No other turns.
Hurry.
Curl,
and all of a sudden...
Man, that's one of my favorite move to Canada stories is play up lanes. One of the first things I did was I went out and tried to curl and realized that I just can't even walk on ice. So that's going to be Sear Slicer Goblin.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack with my vampire.
So at the beginning of your end step,
I will create a goblin.
I'm going to, in response to the attack trigger, I have my own swords. You can also gain 2 life.
Sounds great. So I'll gain 2 from the trigger and then punch for 1 to go 22.
Yeah, and just make sure it's an exile.
Exile, you are correct. Thank you. And I think that's it. That's all.
Untap, draw for the turn. I'm going to strip mine your Urza Saga.
That's a smart call.
Yeah, before it gets any more out of control. I'm just losing this race. Like, I'm attacking you to 20, and then maybe I'm just supposed to trade for this stupid token. I'll leave my cat back.
Okay.
And I will say go.
Sounds good. Untap, upkeep, and draw. I really wanted that other mana. Oh well. Is that smart? Nah, it feels really stupid.
Yeah, I think this needs to be at least a 3-1 for the math to start working for me.
Well, in any case, I'll offer you a trade. Sounds good. I'll go to 23. Then do that. Yes, pass turn.
All right, I'm going to play a Sacred Foundry tapped.
Yes.
Then I'm going to pay 2 mana, Shadowy Backstreet for black. I'm going to cast an Emperor of Bones. Sure, it'd be cool if there were any... Oh, there's an Oliphant in my graveyard. I'm a genius.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, what's it do?
So, Emperor of Bones, Modern Horizons 3 set symbol.
Okay.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. For 1 in a black, adapt 2. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Emperor of Bones, put a creature card exiled with Emperor of Bones onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it.
Oh.
It gains haste, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step.
Okay, so
it's incredibly powerful.
I imagine you're going to move to combat now.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to put a +1/+1 counter on it. We can just move the token.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually just going to exile, I don't know what kind of recursion you have, so I'm going to go to your swords.
Okay, that seems good.
And then I don't think there's a reason to hit me at my Oliphant, because I do have Reanimate, and if you have interaction on your turn, I can do that next turn.
That makes a ton of sense.
So I'm just going to pass to you.
In your end step, I'm going to cast Raise the Alarm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I sat there looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, I could do that on his turn.
Yep.
Smart.
Pass. It's really funny that both of the creatures we've played have been exiled, so there's actually no value from this Emperor of Bones right now.
Right. Boom. That makes sense. Do that. Then this.
This also has one of these great mid-range implications I was talking about with the fair scam deck, because I can bring back my ETB creatures or tax your graveyard.
That makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
It's really versatile.
That makes a ton of sense. Yeah. I'm going to play Ancient Tomb as my land for turn.
There it is.
Take 2 unlicensed turns.
Yeah, oh no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have done it.
Yeah. But I'll go ahead and grab Strip Mine and Oliphant.
Oh my god.
So I'll mark that with a 2 just to keep that up. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I? Chivalric Alliance.
I have no idea what that does.
Well, Chivalric Alliance says whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card, and it's got some other text.
Yep.
I'm going to attack
Yeah.
2 or more other creatures.
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll block one. You draw a card.
Pass turn.
Raucous Theater. Surveil trigger. Please hit something big. Please.
The tiniest, littlest mountain.
There's a window. There's an opening. There's a chance. You know what? I'll take it. It's a Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm going to move to attacks, and this actually works exactly the way I want it to. So I'm going to exile Stoneforge under Emperor of Bones.
Yep.
And then still in attacks, what I get to do here is I get to adapt and put the +1/+1 counters on it. So it's going to enter play, and they're going to attack together. I have an enter the battlefield trigger off of Stoneforge.
Right?
Yeah, it just, you can attack with it.
Right,
The turn
yeah.
you do that, which is actually quite cool.
Because of the haste, right?
Because of the haste, but also because of at the beginning of combat, like just the way the timing works and the adapt timing.
Oh, because it's before declare attackers. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to get the Corey Steel Cutter again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is going to go into my hand,
Yep.
and you are going to take 5.
I am going to take 5. I'm going to go to 16.
So now the interesting question to ask myself is, do I play it out now, or do I try and double spell another turn? I think I play it out now because I have the open mana.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to do that and then pass to you.
Okay. Just doing some math in my head here. Because, yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. All right, untapping, upkeeping, and drawing. We'll play Prismatic Vista as our land for turn.
All right, sorry. This goes into exile now because of the finality counter at the end of turn.
Right.
And I only cast 1 spell per turn, so I don't get... Also wouldn't see it. Sorry. Thought?
Yeah, no, that all tracks. Sorry. We're going to take 2. For Wedding Announcement, go to 14.
I'm going to have to read that one too.
Yeah, Wedding Announcement is if I attack, draw a card. If I don't attack, make a human.
So
Then once I've done it 3 times, it flips into an anthem.
Yeah, at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on it. If you attack this turn with 2 more creatures, also draw a card. Oh, so you get a Wedding Announcement every turn anyways. Wait, at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on it, period. Then, there's so many if clauses. If you attack this turn with 2 more creatures, draw a card. So you have redundancy there, hilarious. Otherwise, create a 1/1 human token. You phrased it so much better. I just was like, I feel like there's more words that we missed on there. And you're
Oh, there definitely were. Just,
Yeah.
it's Wizard's Gobbledygook.
yeah.
Speaking of Wizard's Gobbledygook, Weg in Exile.
No.
Yes. I'm obliged to remind you to tutor for a basic.
Yeah, Path to Exile, but in German and foil. I am missing white duels.
While you're tutoring, I'm going to Prismatic Vista go down to 13.
Both players shuffling.
Both players shuffling.
Yeah. Chivo unlocked. You know my deck plays Reanimate, and we just keep exiling all these creatures? It's extremely rude.
I'm very happy about it, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I'm not?
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
Serge, I feel like you and I have had this exact conversation
I
multiple
know,
times.
man.
How does it feel
Bad!
when I was playing the deck you're playing?
yeah,
right now?
yeah, it feels real bad, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
All right.
Bro.
That's that. Okay. So Corey Steelcutter only makes you a new monk on the second
Correct.
one.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Specifically flurry, so it's not even every 2 spells or something like that. It's just
Right.
if you cast 2 spells on a turn, make a creature and equip it.
Makes sense. I am not going to attack. I'm going to pass through to my second main phase.
Second main.
And then in my second main phase, I'm going to pass through to my end step. And in my end step, I'm going to have a Wedding Announcement trigger, which gets me a human.
And you get to
before-
put 1 counter on that, right?
Before passing the turn, I'm going to exile the last 2 cards in your graveyard.
This guy.
That's me.
Crew 2?
Yes.
Say go.
Say go.
Say go.
Was not expecting say go.
It could be anything.
Could even be a boat. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, but that doesn't hit that. Does it matter? It does matter because then we can't flip that without him. Okay, we're just going to do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing it because it's fun, what we're going to do is red and a white and
Pain.
ancient 2.
Yeah, all right.
Float.
2 mana.
Float. A colorless for Quarry Steel Cutter. Then the other colorless and a blue for Snapcaster Mage. It's my second spell.
Oh.
Make a monk.
All right. Yeah.
Make a monk.
Yeah.
Equip. Now, I am going to target Path to Exile, but given there's nothing there, we're not going to do anything about it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move to declare attacks and attack you with 3 of these folks. That's going to trigger Legion's Landing. It's going to trigger Chivalric Alliance. I'm going to draw a card first.
Yeah, just give me a second to think.
Please do.
Yeah, so before we're at declare attackers, so it's pretty obvious I have a flash threat.
Yeah.
But Snapcaster holds it up this whole time, which is really awkward.
A little bit.
Really awkward, man. And what I really wanted you to do was crew that.
Yeah.
Which you haven't done. Which
I don't need to.
Which is extremely rude.
A little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have 2 attackers either way. And you're exiling my stuff again, which is just so rude.
Yeah, just a little bit. Realistically, I came on here today just to be rude to you.
Yeah.
And exile your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you left the white mana up?
Sure did.
This guy, man.
On the bright side, you'll get another land.
So when you flip that over, you get a land.
Yes, I get a white producing untapped land
that also poops out more vampires.
for 3 mana.
Yeah, so I really don't want you to be able to attack with 3 creatures here.
Yes.
Is why I'm pausing the game at this moment.
100%.
So it's like, is it worth it for me to just give you a free solitude? Pardon me, I have a solitude.
Yeah.
Is it worth it for me to give you a free path to exile, to trade my solitude for a land, to exile this 2/2, to turn you off that for a turn, and then hopefully get a draw?
To turn me off Legion's Landing?
Yeah.
It won't.
Well, no, you won't be able to attack with 3 creatures.
Yes, I will, because we're still in the beginning of combat step. I'll tap Snapcaster Mage to crew this, and
You get it
attack
either
anyway.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
That means maybe I'm supposed to hold on to this threat, because then the turn after, I can like cast it and equip it with Quarry Steel Cutter, and then I've got a big thing, and I'm still clearing stuff.
And I won't have the ability to cast.
Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to hold. That's why I was like putting a pause here.
Yeah, that's a great pause.
I thought about all of this, and I've decided carry on.
Sounds good. I'm going to move to declare attackers and attack with the 3 little guys.
Yeah. Trigger.
Trigger. First one, Chivalric Alliance, draw a card.
Yep.
Second one, Legion's Landing.
Yeah.
Flip it to a Danto.
Yeah. You getting an extra land out of this is so big for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to...
I mean, technically the 3rd trigger is an end step or whatever.
Yeah. We are going to go ahead and pay the planes to cast Path to Exile and Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah. It's exiled! It's always exiled!
Prowess trigger.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage and go to 12.
I'm going to grab a mountain into play. If I can find one.
Actually, something I could do, something that's kind of fun right now that the path is gone, before the damage happens.
Yes, now you can do that.
Now I can flash in Solitude and exile that.
Yes.
So that saves me, oh my god, and then I can block.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So if you don't go for the prowess trigger there and you just get the sword afterwards, okay, then I'm going to block one of your creatures.
Yep.
So I'm going to lose 1, but then I'm going to gain 3. Okay, so we had a window.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Monk, get out of there. You're a token.
We had to think about this for a very long time. Was there any difference in? They're both just humans.
Yeah.
No. Do you have a lifelink token? I've obviously blocked the one with lifelink, unless it was dead already.
I think it was dead already. I think this was a soldier from Raise the Alarm.
Was it? Okay.
And then the prowess. Yeah. The only special thing I had. Yeah. This is what it was.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only special thing I had was the prowess.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've played a land this turn.
I don't think so.
Because this transformed, this was off of Path to Exile.
Yeah, that should be tapped, by the way.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. And then I'm going to play Arid Mesa.
Okay.
Then.
End step.
Yes. Wedding announcement ticks up.
Yeah.
I draw a card because I attacked.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Holy moly. It's really funny. All of my Surveil duels are already out. Which just gave Vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any world in which I start the race? This becomes a 4/4?
At minimum, yeah.
At minimum. All right, land for the turns can be Scalding Tarn.
Yep.
I'm going to pay 2 mana. I'm going to equip this. So this is now a 4/4 flash. Flash doesn't matter.
Yep.
A 4/4 trample lifelink haste.
Yes.
You have no blockers.
I have no blockers.
Is that even worth hitting you right now? I think it is, because you can make big enough that it doesn't really matter. You can't. Yeah, I'm going to attack you for 4.
Sounds good. I will take 4, go to 7.
I go to 22.
Clarifying that it is a 4/3.
4/3. Pardon me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I pass.
Okay. Arid Mesa, crack, go to
Yep.
6.
Yep.
Meticulous Archive.
Yes, we surveilling. Feels good, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, the tech is outstanding.
Always thinking. We got a thinker.
We're going to leave it on top.
All right.
We're on tap.
Yeah.
So on the Spike Feeders, we have a saying. And that saying is, what are we doing if we're not going for it? And so what we're going to go for...
Oh, you have 4th?
No.
Okay.
Not quite.
That's a lot of mana.
Not quite that good. It's just Jackrabbit, X equals 6.
That's such a thick rabbit.
Can I borrow a D6?
Oh my god, no, I have a bigger one.
Oh, thank you.
That is such a thick rabbit.
Yes, he's very thick. He's a 7 power rabbit, which means I make 7 1/1 rabbit creature tokens.
That's when it attacks.
Oh, is it?
Not as an ETB. Yeah.
Oh, I misread the guy.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Do you wanna change it slightly?
I don't know if there's a way for me to change it to give him haste. So
Well, if you cast it for less, and then you can equip for 2. And this is really bad for me if you do this.
Yeah, I think that's the correct play, though. So I'll do it for 2 less.
Yeah. Leave red and 1 open or something like that.
I won't draw a card from his ability, Ravenous, and instead I'll use that mana to equip Quarry Steelcutter.
Like, I think that's good, because then you attack with this huge board. Now, what is the wording on this? You'll be attacking with 2 creatures, but you'll actually have attacked with 6.
The rabbits don't come in attacking.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
they
rabbits,
don't?
the rabbits,
Okay.
the rabbits just come in, yeah.
God, I thought it was like Hero of Blade Hold or
No,
something like that,
no.
or maybe that one didn't work that way. No, yeah. All right,
Yeah, we're good.
Horrifying.
So I'm basically going to draw 2 cards at the... and then have an
Yeah.
anthem. So yeah, we're going to move to that, where you're taking 6.
No, this also gives 1 more.
Right,
It's
7?
7.
So 1, 2, 6, 7.
I go to 15.
Draw a card.
What a top deck!
Yeah, very good top deck.
What a top deck!
And then I got to find those rabbits.
Yeah.
And something to make 6 of them.
All right, I'm going to crack this end step. God, I wish I had a survey.
I actually still have some effects real quick.
Well, we'll just pretend I'm doing this at your end step.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm just going to get the Triumph.
On my end step, I'm going to draw another card. And Wedding Announcement is going to flip.
Damn, all those rabbits are 2/2s now.
Yes, they are.
This is so bad for Serge, man. This is so bad for Serge.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty aggressive. Well, that's what that's for. So now I have 6 of these rabbits. 5 of those rabbits.
6? Is it equal to power?
It's equal to power. 6
Yeah.
of those rabbits. So I have basically the same number I would have anyway. And some other stuff.
And yeah, and they're all big.
They're all huge.
I do not like this. All right.
Heart of the cards.
Yeah, we'll see if I can do something. I think if I draw 4th Aer Lingus, I
Yes.
win.
Easy.
If I don't draw 4th Aer Lingus, I probably don't win.
That seems likely. Is it 4th Aer Lingus? Oh, it's not.
I've had this pre-war formal wear in my hand all game with you shutting down my graveyard. I mean, I didn't really have anything in it. I'm just dead.
Yeah, that was a great game. Great
Yo! So, I mean,
Yeah, that was tense all the way up to the end.
if we look at stuff like this, maybe I'm not dead, but I think we're dead on this one, right?
So my next turn here, we're gonna draw real quick.
Yeah.
Nothing relevant.
You got double spell anyways. Let's make it another counter. Everything's a 2/2. And you get to crew and stuff like that. No, I think we're looking pretty dead there.
Yeah.
Like I've got a terrible block somewhere to maybe hold on for a turn, but yeah, this pre-war formal wear,
didn't do
everything being exiled. So my 7 had a Johnny pre-war formal wear.
Right.
Swords. I actually bottomed Solitude and then redrew it.
Wow.
And then my lands were like Surveil Duel or something like that. I can't remember which one the starting was. And then 2 other lands. So like, whatever. This was my 7.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. I bottom Solitude. I shuffle, come back, Solitude's off the top. I keep it. And then the entire game, this pre-war formal wear was just begging for anything to go to my graveyard. And you're like, exile, exile, exile.
Yeah. I think a big piece of why I did the play that I did with Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, sure, yeah.
there.
Because that gave me a bit of a window back in, I'll be
Right,
honest.
and part of what I was thinking there is I didn't want to have to keep playing around the Solitude.
Oh, sure.
Because if I don't basically force you to do it then,
Sure.
you're just going to be able to hold it up, and I'm in the position where then I can't do something like play Jackrabbit. Now, I don't know if there's ever going to be a point at which I didn't have enough pressure to force you into it.
Yeah.
But getting rid of the threat while I still had some advantage made it so I could also make Jackrabbit bigger.
Yeah, maybe I'm not even supposed to value the Solitude that high, because honestly, 1-for-1 removal against the token deck is awful.
Yeah.
Because that is what your deck thrives on, right? Is
Exactly.
you go wide and you invalidate that. So realistically, I'm probably supposed to be digging for some of my higher value threats. I mean, Solitude, knowing I was going to get to 5 mana is fine, because then it's a blocker and it kind of trades favorably, but...
Especially with the lifelink, I think that was what kept you in the last 2 games.
Sure.
Was the ability for you to keep gaining back on those attacks, even if it's just like chip block, chip block, chip block.
Yeah.
It still helps because it also blanks some amount of the other tokens.
Yeah, man, the 3 Surveil duels, none of them hitting anything for the pre-war when your turn's down. Yeah, the Hearth put in a lot of work.
Yeah, I think especially if I hadn't had swords to deal with the Johnny initially, I would have basically been shut down.
Yeah,
because
right?
there's no world in which I can let you flip a Johnny.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause as soon
yeah.
as you flip a Johnny, I've just got no tempo, no board presence, no nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, any attack I make, you're just going to block with that cat. Of
course.
And so it's one of those situations where it's sort of damned if I do, damned if I don't. And so having the removal right then to deal with it let me keep on my pace.
Yeah, no, great games. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This was fun.
So, real quick,
Yeah.
people want to find you, plug your stuff.
Absolutely. Well, my name's Alex. I'm a member of the Spike Feeders, and you can find us over at youtube.com/the Spike Feeders. We do primarily Commander gameplay with a pretty big focus on CEDH, although at this point we do so much stuff for new set releases that we're basically half and half. So if you're looking for freshly brewed, freshly done content that's on both the casual side and on the CEDH side, check us out. I think you're probably going to like us if you found my humor funny. We're also making a push to get one of those lovely play buttons that y'all have up there on your corner.
Can we see it in this?
Oh, I don't even know if you can.
Maybe the corner?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
right up there above
It's-
your head. Yeah.
Yeah?
But anyway, we're trying to make a push for that. We just passed 75,000 subscribers. So if you happen to be 25,000 people, please subscribe to us. We'd really appreciate that.
Amazing. All right. That, my friends, is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. If you like what you saw, let us know down below. I've been Serge. Of course, we just had the whole Alex plug. Huge shout out to Ben on Tech.
What?
A reminder that everything we do is brought to you by you with your support of the Patreon over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. We love you to bits. Until next time, bye-bye.